right, thank you guys. I have the honor of administering the APRO Scholarship Foundation. As I'm getting older, I have to say I'm beginning to say the words kids these days. Jeez. But every year when I read the applications and we give these scholarships, I feel very, very good of the future of our country and our humanity. These kids are great. So before I announce our two that are going to come up here, I have to tell you a story on how we pick these applicants. So last year we had about 90 applicants, and we have a committee, and we go through and we call the herd, and what happens is we get to a certain level, kind of like the finalist, and that's when I call them directly. I call them and I say, hello, this is Richard May, because they never answer, they're millennials. You know, you only text millennials. They're like, phone call. So I call, leave a message, this is Richard May, I'm with the Scholarship Foundation, I just got a couple of questions regarding your application. They get the message, you're thinking, okay, you know, maybe I made a typo or I missed something. So they call me back, and I start grilling them on their narrative, because there's a spot where you have to say why you deserve the Scholarship Foundation. So I start going point by point by point. And right about a minute in there, they're realizing, oh my God, I'm getting interviewed. And I can sense the tension. They're all, you know, oh my God. Because I'm sitting there, I'm asking them everything they do. You know, if they say they clerked for the Pope, I want to know. I want to make sure that that's what they did. So with the first gentleman, he was very good. He realized it, and he had such a confidence, and he was so sincere. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He knew what he wanted to do with his education. It was so impressive. And so with that, I now need to read about John Cleek III, because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But John Clifton Cleek III represents the third-generation member of the RTO and APRO family. John just passed his freshman year as a chemistry major at Missouri State University. He's ultimately pursuing a profession as an orthopedic surgeon. He was one of last year's highest scholarship recipients due to his great achievements in high school and now in college. In high school, John was vice president of the Sports Medicine Club. He was leader of the National Youth Leadership Training Conference and volunteered for the Special Olympics. He earned the highest honor as an Eagle Scout in scouting. He graduated high school as a member of the National Honor Society and with the highest honors in science. It is my honor to introduce you to 2014 scholarship winner, John Cleek III.
Good morning, everybody. And I do have to say, that is a true story. I was in my car, actually. I remember it very well. On my phone, I'm getting this number coming. I'm like, who is this? I don't know this number. So I just put it back in my pocket, and I'm not going to answer that. I checked the message later. It's Mr. May, and I gave him a call back just like he said. So anyways, good morning, everybody. Thank you all very much for having us out here. This week, I'm out here with my family, my grandparents, John Sr. and Ann Cleek, my parents, John Jr. and Heather Cleek, my brother Thomas, and my sister Mary. If you know my grandpa or dad very well, they'll both tell you we're all about family. With that, I'd like to mention my dad. He's getting the Rental Dealer of the Year award, and that's a very big honor, and I just want to give him a hand for that. Very proud of him. I've had the opportunity to work in my dad and grandpa's one of their errand stores in Columbia, so through that experience, I've been able to see a lot of the benefits of the RTO industry, and it's just really cool to see how it can take a single mother and give her a safe place to do her laundry, or just someone get, you know, something that they wouldn't be able to have otherwise. So that's just really cool for me to be able to see that. However, the main reason that I'm up here today is, like Mr. May said, I received a scholarship, and for that, I would like to thank all of the donors and members of the foundation that played a big part in me going to Missouri State this last year. At Missouri State, I'm working on my chemistry degree, and like he said, I'd like to go to medical school with hopes of being an orthopedic surgeon someday. With the help of a lot of good teachers and other students that I studied with, I earned a 4.0 in chemistry this past year, and that's honestly what I need to go to med school. So again, thank you to all of you all for your financial support. I appreciate it. Let's have a great week. Thank you.
So 2011, I called Kirsten. First time, she immediately calls me back, and then she realizes, uh-oh, I'm getting interviewed. So she does a great job. Then 2012, I call her, and I didn't get a call back for 2 or 3 hours. And I have to think this time she's like, I know what you're doing. I'm gonna make sure I'm in a safe place, and I got your number, So 2013, I call her. She immediately calls me back because now she knows. She's part of our APRO family. She's, one of my students. I always like to call them that. And so 2014, she's calling, and we're just catching up because I've now known her and spent a lot of time with her for the past 4 years. So now I'm going to have to read about Kirsten because she's got a lot of stuff. So one of the things with Kirsten is she's one of 3 APRO scholarship recipients to receive the award 4 years in a row. She graduated the University of Toledo with honors and now is in the doctorate program in occupational therapy at the University of Toledo. She was selected amongst many candidates to be one of the only first-year graduate assistants in the doctorate program. Through her college years, she has donated hundreds of hours helping people in need. She has helped raise money for hospice, the American Cancer Society, Christmas gifts for the needy. She's volunteered for campus cleanup, the local animal shelter, Relay for Life, Children's Miracle Network, and the American Red Cross. She's also helped make care packages for our troops. She's also made blankets for the homeless and training tugs for assistant dogs. She has taken her occupational therapy education and through the past 5 years has donated her time and skills at the Perceptual Motor Development Clinic helping children with disabilities and develop their motor and aquatic skills. Most recently, she's begun volunteering her time at a local community care clinic, which she provides comprehensive health care for those without insurance. She has been able to assist the Ability Center of Northwest Ohio this past semester in building ramps for individuals new to using wheelchairs in order to access their homes. Kirsten, who is now Mrs. Kirsten Hartley, she just got married. She called me and said, by the way, I'm going to be in Daytona when y'all are here. Do you mind if I come by and say hello? I said, of course, we'd love to see you. By the way, do you mind getting on stage with lights blaring at you, having 2 screens at you, and talking to 100 people? No pressure. She's like, okay. So here she is, and we are just thrilled that she came by and see us. So with that, it is my honor to introduce you to 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 APRO Scholarship recipient, Kirsten Hartley.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for that introduction and for having me here today. It's so wonderful to meet a lot of you guys and to finally be able to put some faces to a lot of names. As Richard said, I've talked to him at least 4 years in a row now, and we seem to know each other pretty well, but I've never actually known what he looks like, so that's nice to know now. So as mentioned, my name is Kirsten Hartley, and my very new husband and I are here today because we wanted to stop by and say thank you to all of the individuals as well as the organizations that have ever donated to the APRO Scholarship Foundation. When I heard that the convention was being held here this year in Daytona, I thought immediately that I needed to come by and really express my gratitude for the tremendous amount of financial assistance as well as just the motivation to keep on going throughout the years that the APRO Scholarship Foundation has given me. This scholarship has had a huge impact on my life as well as my education so far, and honestly, I'm not sure that I would have been able to get this far without APRO's assistance. As most of you know, college can be pretty expensive, and although I chose to attend a relatively affordable college, I really struggled to put together enough money to be able to pay for my tuition as well as for things like housing and food. So as you can imagine, working while in college means that I might not be able to focus as much on my studies, and obviously I wouldn't be able to volunteer as much as I have. So my parents really didn't want me to work or have a job in my undergraduate years, especially for the first few. And although they are and have always been very supportive, they simply just didn't have the means to help me pay for college. So this is where APRO came to my rescue, I should say. Not once, but 4 times, which is wonderful. And they really provided me with enough assistance so that I could work very little in my undergraduate years and still maintain a pretty high GPA. So this scholarship has helped me purchase books, pay for tuition, as well as living expenses, and has allowed me to devote my time to others fairly often. This has been my way of giving back, other than a financial way, I should say. So as Richard said, I graduated last year in May of 2014 with my Bachelor of Science degree in recreational therapy, and I've since begun my occupational therapy doctorate. In just 2 more years, I'll be able to do what I've always wanted to do, or what's always made me the most happy, and that's to help others, not just physically, but emotionally, cognitively, and socially. I'll be able to provide rehabilitative services to individuals of all sorts of disabilities, of all ages and backgrounds. So, the APRO Scholarship Foundation has not only helped me in more ways than one, but several other students, like John, that are really working hard to further their educations. The donations that it receives go a long way, as you can imagine, and I know that when I'm finished with school, I'm definitely going to give back to the foundation as much as I can. Again, I really want to thank you guys for everything that you've done for me over the last few years, and I wouldn't be able to get this far without the assistance that you've given me. So as I complete my education and become a doctorate of occupational therapy, I'll definitely know that APRO has always been behind me, pushing me along and giving me that assistance that I need. So thank you guys.
Those are 2 of the many stories I get to enjoy every year. And again, it's thanks to you. It's thanks to all your donations, thanks to Trib, and now Camaro. So I want to introduce the man who doesn't need an introduction, Mr. Larry Carrico. Thank y'all.
Tell you, it makes it pretty simple when you see candidates like this. We've made a huge difference in our educational system and in APRO itself, where we got a lot of award winners. We've had over 100 scholarships that have been given away, raised over $300,000, and last year alone, $127,000 was given in scholarships. This year is really, really important because, again, we have a goal that was set last year at $127,000. How are we going to get to the next level? Each day we think about the differences in the lives that we change and how better with education can we make that difference. So what we're going to ask you this year is, similar we have in years in past, is ask you to step up. We've had several different people that we've sent out some emails to. We've got several different levels that we've been able to achieve. This year it's a little bit different. We're going to try a different approach. I'm going to put the challenge back on you. Just like our students, when you're talking about people that are out there every day, we didn't have to do anything other than to ask. So that's what we're going to do this evening. You'll see some opportunities. We've got counters all over the place where that you can actually register for the scholarship. We want you to take it upon yourself, just like the students did. We didn't have to prompt them. We didn't have to raise our hands and cheer. All we had to do was ask. So I'm asking you in that particular way to make a difference. When you talk about Kirsten and what she's done over the last 4 years, it's huge. But, I had a conversation with John Sr., with, Tiger, and so Tiger and I were talking. I says, man, you got to ask, JC3 to join the ranks. He needs to apply for that scholarship. He goes, oh, Larry, he says, I don't think that would be right. We have the means. We can help afford to pay the kids to go to school. I said, John, it's not about that. It's about the honor for us as an industry to be able to extend our hand to the people who have actually extended their hand every day. John has done so many things, and now his son, Tiger Jr., he's done the same thing, and now we have JC3 who's going to be out there. Now, he's going to be stitching us up, guys. When we think about this, we got all this, we're talking about, providing clean clothes and, entertainment and a good night's sleep. We got someone now that's going to be able to take care of us. When I need, I was talking with Richard Rose last night. He had a new shoulder. Well, he's in orthopedics, so maybe he'll take care of one of Richard's younger, kids. We just don't know what's going to happen and where the world's going to turn. But if there's anything else that I can say, we're going to have a low-keyed approach. And I don't know if we've got anybody out there that's willing to step up to the table right away. But we've got a low-keyed approach this year. We want you to go out. We want you to make the difference, okay? We don't want to have a situation. Uh-oh. Phone call? Who the hell would be calling me now? Hello? Hello? Yeah, this is Larry. Yeah. Who's this? Oh, okay. David Kramer? Where's David at? David, where you at? There he is. David, he's just our first candidate to step up. You know what, David? Come on up here. Yeah. He ain't even got a cell phone on. You know, David's been a great candidate. He's been one of our top contributors throughout the year. David has, so I sent out a little email and prompted a few of you received emails and stuff. So I said, Dave, is there any way you can help? I said, I know business has been good. And Dave says, oh, yeah, it's been great. He says, we're up 25% this year. And he goes, just to show you how good I feel about the APRO scholarship, I'm going to go to another level. I said, David, we'll create a level just for you. So what did he do? He is now a Platinum Plus member, and his contribution of $12,500 is going to lead off our campaign this year. So I want you guys to follow the same trend. If you gave $1,000 last year, go ahead and give $1,250. You know, if you gave away $5,000 last year, we're making a difference. We're going to be stitching up our kids, our grandkids, and we're going to really be making a difference. So, David, along with you, I told you if you'd step up, now I didn't know he was going to do 25%, I would come right along with you. So between David and I, we have just raised $25,000. So we'll put the challenge back to you, and we expect to see you at APRO. Okay? Hey, we love you. David, anything? Can you tell me anything?
I enjoy hearing the stories, and it's a great cause, and I appreciate all you guys do.
All right. So you know we're going to have to close. David's going to lead you. So everybody stand up. We got a real simple cheer. Okay? You know you couldn't leave without a cheer. All right. So it's let me see. I think I've got it here on my phone. Look around. Probably goes something like this. APRO. Renting is the way to go. What do you think of that one, huh? You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. APRO. Renting is the way to go. APRO. Renting is the way to go. All right, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dave. I'll see you in line. Now, if there's too big of a line, we have plenty of APRO staff that can help you write that pledge down of 25% extra. Thank you, guys.